Hello everyone, welcome to my new course on hands-on training on MATLAB and Simulink for electrical engineers. This course is not limited to electrical engineering domain, but most of the examples that I will deal in this course will be related directly to the electrical engineering. In electrical engineering, in power systems, power electronics, control systems, signals and systems, network theory, we all deal with complex problems that are very tedious to solve using manual calculations. MATLAB and Simulink provide us a computational platform with and without graphical user interface, which I will do later in this course. Such computational platform is very useful for engineers, not only for electrical engineers. MATLAB and Simulink is widely used in bioinformatics, computational intelligence, machine learning, economics, GIS, etc. So as I walk through this course, first I will explain you what things I will do in this course in detail. So after this topic, this is a introduction to MATLAB and Simulink. After this topic, learners will be able to understand the role of MATLAB and Simulink in engineering applications. So I will take a general example to make you understand the role of MATLAB and Simulink to solve complex problems. Then I will also navigate through the interface of MATLAB software, various components, various functions that are being provided in the MATLAB software, how basic mathematical computations are being performed using MATLAB, various built-in functions and commands which are very helpful for solving complex problems using some simple uh, commands or simple instructions. You can also generate and customize basic plots. So through MATLAB, you can generate visual diagrams, graphical plots, so that you can publish your research in good journals or in good conferences. You can also simplify the complex instructions which you will write in MATLAB script. They can be transformed to graphical user interface using another platform inside MATLAB software. It is called Simulink. So these things will build confidence to the learners to start solving new problems of their domain and their interest using MATLAB. So now I will quickly jump directly to the MATLAB software and we can discuss what are the basic components in the software, what are the basic commands that can be used. A simple example I will do and then I will summarize this topic. So you can see this is the basic, uh, the first hand layout of this MATLAB software. So I have already installed MATLAB in my computer. I will not go through the installation process. I pre-assume that you have already installed MATLAB in your computers. So the first and foremost thing what you have to see, what is the version of this MATLAB software. So to check the version, you can go to the top left side of this window. So you can see on the top left side, MATLAB R2025A in written. So this MATLAB version is of 2025A. You can also check the version using VER command by writing VER in the command window. So what are the various things in this layout? I will also explain later. So when you type VER and then press enter, then you can see a list of tools and libraries will pop-up. So you can go to the top and you can check MATLAB version 25.1.1 point 0, and this is update 1. So basically it is a 2025 version of MATLAB. MATLAB license number is also given. As I said in the starting of this section, that MATLAB is not an open source software. Either you can purchase this MATLAB software on individual PC, or your institute can provide MATLAB if it is available with them. Below this details, this is the license detail of MATLAB. Below this detail, you can see multiple lines of output. So what are these? These are the different libraries or different toolboxes already installed with this MATLAB software. So first and foremost, this is the MATLAB uh, software package. Second one is Simulink package. Then there comes multiple different packages and toolboxes, which we can discuss later throughout this course. So now you can see this is the basic layout where you are seeing the details of the MATLAB version in the command window. So this is the command window. Whatever I am selecting now, this is the command window. This is the command window. On the left hand side of your command window, you have some files in a given folder. So currently I am opening this folder. This is my address of the current usage folder of this MATLAB session. So currently I am using this folder as my path. So this folder, where is this folder? You can see. So I am just copying this address and opening a new tab in my PC. So you can see this folder is empty. So this folder is empty. So I can create a new file here. For example, I can create anything. So for example, I am a new file that is text document. It is blank. So now when you go back to the MATLAB, you can see this file has appeared in this folder list. Clear? So you can see this file here. So similarly, if you create something from here also by saving some codes in this folder, then that code will be reflected back to this folder. So both your computer and MATLAB software are synced together. Whenever you change something in your directory, main directory, then that those changes will be directly reflected in your MATLAB software also. So as this is a dummy file, I am deleting this. So you can directly click on this file and then press your delete button. So it will be deleted. So you can confirm it. Here you can see that your file has been deleted from this folder. Clear? So this is the file section. Below the file section, you have workspace. The workspace is a live variable library where if you are working on some project in the MATLAB and you are creating some variables, so those variables will be directly reflected and directly saved in this workspace. But this is a temporary location. This workspace is a temporary location. If you by accidentally close this MATLAB, then your workspace will be erased. It will not be saved anywhere. But there is a provision that whenever you are working on MATLAB and you are trying to save some variables, those important variables you can save, you can select multiple um, variables and then you can save those variables in a file which is called a mat file, mat.mc. So those things I will also discuss in detail in upcoming lectures. So these are the three main areas of MATLAB: command window, This is file directory, and this is workspace. Apart from this, as I said, this is the address bar. So here you can give any folder location and you can access that folder directly from here. Above that, you are seeing multiple options. This is called the menu bar. In the menu bar, you have different sections. This is file section. The first left group of icons is the file section. Then we have second group called variable section, third group called code section. Then we have Simulink, then environment, resources, and Copilot. So Copilot is an inbuilt AI chatbot where you can take direct help from the internet, which will be very, very helpful in writing complex codings and in simulations. So we will see all these groups one by one. First group is the file, and in the first group, this is the new script. So when you click on new script, you will get a docked window, which is titled as untitled, which is named as untitled, and it is a blank window. So here you can write any code, whatever you want. So I will write a basic code here. For example, a equal to 2, enter, b equal to 3, enter, and c equal to a minus b. Okay? So this is my simple script, MATLAB script. So I can save this file anywhere in my system. So for saving, either you can press Ctrl S or you can click on this save button. When you click on the save button, one dialog box will open and it will give you a prompt to save the file using your own desired name. So the saving location, you can see here, the saving location is the same as the address bar location. It will be same as address bar location. So here I am writing this name as my first code, and then you can change the file type. I am for now I am keeping it as .in file and then clicking on save. So here you can see that new file is created. My first code. This untitled file name is also changed as my first code, and then you can see workspace is empty. Till now, workspace is empty. Why? Because we have not executed our code. So to execute our code, we have to go to the run section on the right side. On the right side, you can see this run button, step button, and stop. So this code is very small in size. So if I press this run button, then what is happening? There are some changes in this layout. So in workspace, there are three variables created. What are they? A, B, and C. So these three variables are coming after execution of any code or any model in the MATLAB software. Only then you will get some temporary workspace variables. So all these three variables a, B, and C, these are temporary variables. This is not saved anywhere. Okay. So if I close this software now, then I will lose all three variables. Okay. Now, when you run this code, you are seeing some changes in the command window also. In command window also, there is some change. So what is command window? Command window is just like a console. Is just like a console. Whatever you make changes in the code or if you want to write some new functions also, then your command window will reflect some changes. It will show the results of the current executed instructions. So I have just now executed my this file, my first code. So just as I executed this file, so this name is coming here. Then in this file, my first line is a equal to 2. So this a equal to 2 I have written here and executed. So a equal to 2 is appearing in my command window. Similarly, b equal to 3 in the instruction line, b equal to 3 is also appearing in the command line. Next, c equal to a minus b. So c equal to minus 1 is appearing in the command window. Here c equal to a minus b will not come. It will directly show the result. If A and B are already available in my workspace, because when this third line is being executed by the MATLAB, it will search for the right hand side of the variables in the workspace. So in the workspace, A is defined and B is also defined. So this third line of this code will replace the value of A and B and find the value of directly find the value of C. The C is coming as -1 and this result is being displayed in the command window. Clear everyone? So this is the basic principle of working in MATLAB scripts. Clear? So now if I want to save these variables, so for example, these out of these three variables, I want to save the first two, A and B. How I can say? Either you click on A, then press Control button on the keyboard and left click on the B. So these two variables are now selected. Now you can press right click on your mouse and save workspace. So save workspace, you can get a new dialog box with the same address path in the MATLAB software, and it is prompting to save as .mat file. So I am saving it as my workspace and then clicking on save. So you can see a new file or .mat file format has appeared. Mat file format has appeared. Now, even if I delete a equal to 2 and b equal to 3 from my code, I have deleted a equal to 2 and b equal to 3 from my code, and I delete my workspace also. Clear workspace, delete all. So now you can see my workspace is empty. Now I am removing my command window also. So C equal to A minus B. If I run this code, then what will happen? It is giving some error. It is saying that unrecognized function and variable A. Not only A, if I resolve the problem of A, then unrecognized function or variable B will appear. So the error for B will appear. Why it is appearing such error? Because MATLAB is unable to find the values for A and B because in workspace we don't have any variable. Values of A and B are not given here. So what we have earlier saved the value of A and B in workspace mat file. We can directly load this mat file by right clicking on this file and open. When you open this uh, workspace, then you can see A and B has appeared again. Then now if you run this code, then there will be no error. So now if I run this code, there will be no error and C is coming as C equal to -1. So this, I hope this is now clear to the learners that how we can execute any basic MATLAB script and what if there comes one error, how to debug any errors and how to save any MATLAB scripts, how to save workspace variables, how to check your MATLAB version. Now moving to the next part, so I am now clearing the workspace, delete all. This is the, I am closing this also. Okay. So this is for MATLAB scripting. This is MATLAB scripting. Now, if you want to model anything using graphics, so there is one toolbox inside the MATLAB software which is called Simulink. So in Simulink, we will have some different types of component, different blocks, different inbuilt blocks. They are inbuilt blocks, and it is also there is provision that you can also design your own blocks and directly use them in multiple places. So for that, you can either type Simulink in the command window and press enter, or you can directly click on this Simulink button. So for now, I am writing Simulink and pressing enter. So it will open a new dialog box like this, and it will give me various options. So it is the best to take one blank model. So I can take multiple options, but I'm choosing create model, a blank model. Sometimes it takes a few minutes to start the simulation. So our simulink has opened. It has opened one new dialog box, which is again called as untitled. So this file name is currently untitled. It is not saved anywhere. So this is our blank model. Okay. So in MATLAB, we have currently this two dialog boxes, two windows. Two windows. One is the home page of this MATLAB software. Another one is the Simulink page. So currently we are in the Simulink page. You can maximize this and you can see here multiple options. This is your canvas. This is a blank canvas where you can draw any models in graphical user interface. So this is a graphical user interface. We can use multiple components, multiple blocks. These blocks are available in library browser. So you can click on this library browser. So library browser is open now. Here you can see there are multiple toolboxes. So from them you can choose any block. So for example, I am taking some constant and hitting enter. So our constant block results are appearing. So here there are multiple types of constant blocks. Some of are not relevant also because sometimes MATLAB searches for other related components. So most relevant and most related component is the first one whose block name is constant. So you can either right click on this block and add block to the model untitled, then it will add this block to your blank model. Otherwise, you can directly drag and drop this model to this canvas. Okay, so we have our constant block in our canvas. So this is a variable. So for example, I am as I taken the example in MATLAB script, a was equal to there were two input variables and one output variable. Okay, so you can take two constants a and b. It is visible now. So you can edit the values of this constant block. How we can edit? You can double click on this, double click with your left mouse button, and you can change the values. For example, I am changing the value from 1 to 2. Okay, then B is also changed from 1 to 3. Now, if I subtract A minus B, and to subtract, there are multiple options to include blocks. So either you can go through the library browser or you can double click with your left button on your mouse. Double click anywhere on the canvas. Double click anywhere on the canvas and you can directly search for blocks. So for example, I am taking the subtract block, okay, and I am doing A minus B. So the result should be -1, right? So how to check the result? So these are our input. This is the process, and we have to check the result. So to check the result, we have multiple sinks. Sinks means those components which are used to check the results, final results. So we have a block called display. So this is the display. You can connect this display like this. So this is the unconnected display. You can directly click on this thing and it will get connected. So now you can run this model directly by using this run button on the top of this page menu bar under the simulate uh, group. Okay. So you can see that a minus b is again coming as -1 here. But these variables, whatever you model in your Simulink, it will not be displayed on the workspace. Workspace has only one variable, which is out. So what is this out, and uh, how we can change these values of out to specific variables, time series variables or array variables? I will also discuss those things in upcoming upcoming videos. Yeah. So like this, you can save this model also for future purposes. You can save this as my Simulink and you can save it. So after saving, you can see this model has also appeared in this folder, mysimulink.slx. So there are in total multiple types of file formats in MATLAB, but three main file formats are for MATLAB scripting, we use the .m file. For MATLAB Simulink, which is the graphical user interface model building, we use .slx file, and for saving any workspace variables or saving any data, we use .mat file, which is .mat file. Okay. So for now, I will stop at this point and we will further carry on in the next video. So I hope that I have explained well and I have laid the foundation for learning MATLAB smoothly in the upcoming lecture videos, where you will learn to use this MATLAB as a very powerful tool for numerical computation and visualization. The visualization part is not covered in this video, but next video I will try to cover this thing. Mm, Simulink enables block-based modeling and simulation of dynamic systems. This I have shown through the Simulink modeling of how to add models and how we can process that information and use that information to display in sync components. We have learned how to navigate through key components of MATLAB, various areas which are very, very important for using MATLAB to understand what is going on in MATLAB, how to debug any error if you are facing. And I think this is a good point to start exploring MATLAB and Simulink by yourself also. You can also uh, explore, and if you have any doubts or any questions, you can ask directly to me through the comments. If you have any doubts and if you want to give any suggestion, you are most welcome, and you can write your views, your thoughts, your suggestions in the comment box. Thank you.